Guys, welcome back to DeFi, Degens, Drip, and Farm for Poverty, where on this channel, our vision is to empower the impoverished by helping you find financial freedom through crypto assets. Please subscribe and leave a comment and a thumbs up. Hey guys, welcome back, DeFi, Degens, Drip, and Farm for Poverty. So woke up this morning and saw everybody had already made a video about drip pumping, drip pumping, drip pumping. So I'm not going to say that. I already said in my previous video what I speculate is going to happen. So I'm going to break down a little bit of where I get that from and what do you do from here. That's the main thing, because no matter what people say, we don't know what the future is going to be. So this was nice to wake up and see that there's a 21% correction or pump over the last 24 hours. But the key for this, guys, that nobody's really talking about and letting you know is that, can this sustain? Meaning, can it hold? Will the farms come unpaused in time before this starts to level off? We saw the same thing here. We saw it here. We saw it up here. We saw it here. Like, this is nothing new. So what'll happen is we get a lot of buys, not a lot, but just some big buys that come in and stave off the sell pressure and bounce the token back up. But over the last month or so, we've had, I don't know, I think it's like 50,000 in volume and sales. Like, I can't remember what the exact number was. I thought it showed up here. But the point is that this can't stave off all of this negative sell pressure unless, that's a big unless, the farms come unpaused and give people something to actually FOMO and get into. Right now, we're just recycling money within the system. Yes, there are people on the outside that haven't gotten in, and I believe Stunna mentioned that in his video, that one of his guys got in with a big bag, and I believe somebody said there was 100K. So there is enough sideline capital sitting out there to continue to bounce this back up, but it's just going to bounce up and come back down, bounce up, come back down. Like, we'll trade sideways, which is great for drip. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but we're not going to see a break in from resistance into support until there's a place for people to put their capital, until there's an opportunity for people to play with the entire ecosystem, and until we start to get more people into the project to start utilizing the whole ecosystem. So remember, in order for this to take place that we saw, where'd it go? Here, I minimized the chart. This took like a 2x in users. So right now, all of the people that Drip has are already in the ecosystem. Yeah, there are others sitting on the sidelines waiting to get in, but in order to see a new all-time high, we need more utility and we need more adoption and more use cases, stuff like that. We won't see all-time highs with the existing amount of capital, because it's like I made in the sustainability video. You're just moving the money around. And yes, that means people who have a long-term perspective can indeed make money for sure, because the people who are selling are trading their value to the long-term holders. So remember, on every, like I said it before, in every single transaction, there's a buyer and a seller. So in order for someone to make money in drip, you have to have these sellers in drip. So I just ran this as a filter of 5,000 or more drip purchased in the last 7 days. So you see there's been like some huge buys, but there's still been a decent amount of sales. And this is for the full, let's just go down to 500 just to get a better picture. This is over 7 days. So we had a nice rally here. But again, we don't know if this is new capital, like new players on the outside. We can actually look and see, what is it? Drip CA, drip dot CA something network. I always forget the network part, man. This will show us, because Dune's been down and MongoDB we don't have anymore. But this will show us like how many players are being added on a daily. So it's 94. That is not enough to offset the 100,000 that are there. The 1,200 for this month, the 2,000 for last month or so. Where is it? Here, 6,000. So in order for us to see this again, we have to have a nice run up of new capital, new use cases. It's not the Ponzi side of it, but you need adoption. I mentioned that in my S-curve adoption video. So in order for DRIP to get to new all-time highs, we will need more people to adopt the token. We will need more use cases. The lending protocol, the Bet Fury thing that's sitting on the sidelines, the Atlantis metaverse, the Pancake Swap partnership. So there's definitely a lot of potential on the sidelines to help us get there. But this quote-unquote pump, and don't get me wrong, it is a pump. It is 20%. That is nice. I'm not negating it. But I'm just saying don't bet the house on it, because until the farm comes unpaused and until we have additional use case, DRIP will just trade sideways. And if you're in, that's great, because as it trades sideways, you're making money. So I just want you to realize how that actually works. And we want DRIP to trade sideways. Sideways means that we are seeing a nice floor and that there's a nice amount of even buy and sell pressure, which means a catalyst to either side can take us in a volatile direction, either for us or against us. But it gives you a good, it's good for like traders and speculators to see that there's some consistency. So this is also good that we saw in this last 24 hours that we had this kind of touchdown to $8, I think it was, on the native DEX, 880, 875, and then bounce back up. So it's 1383. So a lot of people that purchased on the native DEX side. That's a huge arbitrage opportunity sitting there right now. What is that? Calc. No, come on. God, it's so slow when you're on your streaming at the same time. Because I think if you were to buy in now, you actually can do better on the Pancake Swap side. So 1120.12 times, you have to do 1.11 to 1125, I think, 12. So yeah, you can get a nice arbitrage if you buy it on the Pancake Swap side right now. So that's doing good. So a lot of people that got in, so I can't see those trades unless I go look at the BNB, but I don't feel like looking at it right now, bumped this price up substantially. So we had touched, like I said, $8. So there is definitely capital sitting on the sidelines, but I'm just saying until the farms come unpaused, I don't think we'll continue to see this trend reversal. What I believe will happen, because the farms, based on Forex's last message, are still going to be paused next week. So we've seen on average for 1 week about 25% drawdown. So we can close out this week at, let's just say, we'll leave it at that, times 0.75. We could end up back at the $9 to $10 range, especially over the weekend as most people sell and there's less activity. So until the farms get unpaused, there's still a chance for you to get in. So the whole point of this video is to help you understand what the quote-unquote pump is about and what will happen. Is there going to be any FOMO and all that stuff? Like, nobody knows what will take place, but I'm quite certain that if the farms don't unpause, that you will see some more downside volatility, the slow sell-off that we've been seeing. So nothing crazy, but just a slow sell-off, and that until when the farms come back online, then we will actually find a bounce off the floor, because that will give people an incentive to stake, and that's where I said we will 2x minimum from whatever that bottom price is. So right now, sitting at the $11, if we drop to 10 by next Monday, then the farms come on pause. If we're still at 10, we go to 20. That's what I mean by that. So let's look at the latest message from Forex. So this is good news. Again, this came out earlier today. I just had an extremely productive meeting with the wait, is this it? Yeah. Seems like he said that already. Just had an extremely productive meeting with the Scratchy team. We project development will be completed by August, and we have every aspect of the development process broken down and plan to meet this deadline goal. So this is his way of saying he's no longer putting out dates that he can't stick by. So apparently the project manager and the rest of the team have said, yeah, August it can get there. And if he has a good project manager, that project manager is actually giving him some leadway. So at the worst case will be August 31st, and best case somewhere in between August 1st and August 31st. He said, after several interviews with potential marketing teams, we have chosen what we expect to be the best option. They have made a proposal that we are in the process of reviewing right now. It's time to take our marketing game to the next level. So this is kind of like a hidden message. So I don't know if he's trying to get the marketing manager, CMO, on board at the same time he unlaunches the farm and have this big rally. That would be pretty huge, because he could use this potential of this marketing person, and that would definitely guarantee a 2x off the bottom of that floor. Or if he's just doing this afterwards, or if it happens in tangent or whatever. But yeah, I don't know. It's hard to speculate on what Forex is saying, but the fact that he's actually got somebody and he's whittling it down and they shot them a proposal is good news. And if they could lock that in, then this could be really, really good when the farms unlaunch. Because, as he said, the V2 MasterChef contracts are complete. The Dogs Roulette game contracts are complete. We are wrapping up the new UIs and they will be complete next week. He said this was supposed to be on Monday. Now he's using the verbiage of next week. I think that could mean now Thursday or something like that. I have no idea. But he originally said Monday, the new UIs would be done, and now you have him saying next week. So who knows what that actually means. We'll keep our fingers crossed for Monday because that's what was said, but this is the latest announcement, and Monday is no longer in that context. The final things to complete on Animal Farm is the vesting model for crediting dogs. We'll be putting our full attention on this next week, and as soon as this is done, we'll have an official launch date. So this is what I mean. So he's still got stuff to do next week. So the farms are not coming on pause next week. So what does that mean? Well, we're looking at this. So you have the weekend where there's always sell-offs, and then you'll have an entire week that the farm will still be paused based on what Forex said. And then maybe he will give you a date at the end of that week, or he'll wait to give you a date here, and it falls in line with what I said in my last video yesterday about the farms on launching by the end of June. So can the floor and the little pump that we just saw stave off another 2-week minimum to 3-week delay of the farms? I don't know. Now, what I do know is that if this CMO comes on board and is utilizing the marketing and hype and the relaunch of the farms, then you can definitely expect to see a pump because, as I told you before, it takes new capital and new people on the outside and the S-curve adoption to really help Drip get to new levels. So the fact that he's got another game and the pig game on top of the pig pen, and then this marketing team and a project manager, like whenever this is done, then you can definitely expect that whatever floor, whatever price Drip was at that time, it will not go back down below that, because the only thing that will happen from there is we will have more people in Drip and in the ecosystem, and we'll have more wallets, and you'll have more use cases, and we'll be moving further through the current macro bear cycle. So it's already had its impact on us as of right now. You just had a recent announcement of the SEC looking into Binance, and the Binance BNB crypto took a dump briefly, then bounced back up. So all of the quote unquote negatives are already in. Now, who the hell knows what can happen in the future? Nobody thought we'd see some of these things that just popped up. But if the macro environment stays as is, or at least as expected, and then these use cases that Forex is launching come along, then you can definitely expect a rebound for whatever the floor is. So my advice at the end of this video, keep dollar cost averaging until the farms come unpaused. I already mentioned that, and that is your best play. There is some possibility that it could go higher, but based off of history, that's why I'm saying, don't bet your horses on it. Don't sell the farm. Based off of history, if the farms aren't unpaused, then we'll just continue to see the same negative price action because there's nowhere for people to put capital, and they've been sitting around waiting, and it took them to get $8 and some change on the native BEX before people bought in. So if that is whales sitting on the side to buy it up, then that means they would just wait again until it dropped below 10 because they want to dollar cost average their position as well. So not financial advice, of course. This is good news, seeing the rally and the little mini pump. Let's see how it holds up by the end of the week, and just keep your ears peeled for new Forex Shark updates. So that is it for this video, guys. Until next time, lift daily and achieve your impossible. See ya.